Hi, my name is Jeff, and I am a student at Detroit's own Wayne State Law School. Detroit Housing Help is a project between the Wayne State Law School and Community Development Advocates of Detroit. The mission is to provide information on common housing issues. Housing affordability in Detroit is the topic of this video. The first part of the video discusses the why, and the second part offers some ideas for what Detroiters can do about it. Housing affordability is a huge topic, and there are lots of factors that contribute to the cost of housing. But this video is intended to help you understand one major factor of Detroit's affordable housing crisis. Essentially, housing is considered affordable when the cost of that housing is at or below 30% of the average median income for an area. Let's break that down. Average median income, or AMI, means the middle income of an area. So in theory, half of the households in that area earn more and half earn less than the AMI. If the AMI for an area was $1,000 per month and the rent for an apartment in that area was $300 per month, that apartment would be considered affordable because it would be at 30%. AMI is determined by the federal government. Now this is where it gets funky, so pay attention. The federal government essentially bundles Detroit with Warren and Livonia to create a metro area, and AMI is calculated based on that entire metro area. In other words, the wealthier areas of Livonia and Warren are factored into what's affordable for Detroiters. Let's look at how the numbers break down. Detroit's median household income is about $30,000, with around 35% of Detroiters living below the poverty line. Warren's median household income is about $50,000, and Livonia's median household income is about $80,000. I'll do the math for you. That makes the average income for the metro area about $53,000, which is a lot higher than Detroit's actual average. Now, despite these large differences in average income, the average rent rates for all three cities is only about a little over $100 difference for each city. By combining Warren, Livonia, and Detroit into a metro area to calculate affordability, Detroiters are paying much more than 30% of their income on housing. Keep that in mind the next time you hear someone promising to build affordable housing in Detroit. The two questions you should be asking are, affordable for whom and based on what? Because if it's the federal government's definition for the metro area, it's not going to benefit average Detroiters. So let's recap what we just learned. The wealthier suburbs are factored into what's included as affordable for Detroiters. That makes Detroiters pay more on average than 30% of their income on housing, which is by definition unaffordable. So, what can you do about it? There are two levels of action that must be taken in order to tackle the lack of affordable housing in Detroit: action at the federal level and action at the local level. Because AMI is calculated federally, change to the policy of bundling Detroit, Livonia, and Warren together into a metro area has to take place at the federal level. One powerful tool you have at your disposal is your power to vote for your congressional representatives. These individuals have the power to pass laws and advocate for policy change because of your votes. Leverage that power to let them know that housing affordability is an issue that is critical to earning your vote and the votes of your peers. And when they promise to deliver affordable housing, ask them, affordable to whom and based on what? And let them know that the federal definition of affordability in Detroit isn't really affordable for actual Detroiters. At the local level, vote. Local elections are critical and likely have a greater impact on your daily lives than any other elections. Local policymakers and elected officials are not powerless to help tackle this issue. In fact, the Detroit City Legislative Policy Division has a list of things that can be done locally to help. I will link their recommendations in the description of this video. Use your power and your voice to pressure local policymakers to adopt some of the policies that they already know will help. You don't have to be an expert on the different solutions to lend your power to the fight. Lastly, you can join community organizations that are already fighting this fight. They are easy to find with a quick Google search or through word of mouth by asking around your neighborhood and/or faith community. Housing affordability issues in Detroit were not created overnight, and they won't be solved overnight, but they can be improved. There is strength in numbers. If you found this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you see a question in the comments that you have the answer to, please reply. This is a community project and we can all benefit from each other's knowledge and experience. Share this video with anyone that you think would benefit from this information. Thank you very much for watching.